I don't know, Mazi. Videos like this, historical videos like this, are not one that have many views on streaming platforms like YouTube, but it did take a while for me to find that video. But I just have some goosebumps when I watch videos like this, because it is moments like this that shape the country that we now see, the country that we now have. Well, that was December 12, 1991, the day that the then military head of state, General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, officially announced the movement of the federal capital from Lagos to Abuja. And I had to just dig that out for you to listen for yourself. That was not the day Abuja was created. It was created on February 1966 state in Nigeria. I think I've get it out for you. I know Ogun State is in that low state. I'm sure of Niger State, Bauchi State, 3 other states are eluding me at the moment. I'll find that list for you. But that is exactly what it is. And last week, Tuesday, the 3rd of February, it was Golden Jubilee right here in the nation's capital. 50 years of existence. 50 years of existence. And, well, it was a milestone event, even though many people are lastly unhappy that there was no party. I know that my state, Ogun State, I'm sorry, I'm a Nigerian first and foremost, but the state of, my state of ancestral lineage, Ogun State did have theirs last week. I know Ondo State had theirs also. Some other states had their own 50 years anniversary. But here in the Federal Capital Territory, the minister mentioned that the FCT would have to wait for the president's 3rd year anniversary in office in May. So that's why there's no, you've not been seeing a lot of celebrations, in case you're wondering why. But still, 50 years, Mazi. Welcome to the show, first and foremost.
Thank you, my brother.
It's always a delight to have you around. We're supposed to have other members of the Townhall meeting, distinguished gentlemen and ladies, but they're unavailable. But hey, you are a distinguished fellow yourself, listening over there via your radio set. So please feel free to be a part of this conversation. And I'm actually feeling generous. If you want me to share links of that particular video with you, I think these are some of the things that we should let children watch, let our teenagers watch. Very historical moments like this, all right? So I can share with you on WhatsApp. Just tell me, Gabriel, I want the video. I'll share with you on WhatsApp. But having said all of that, Mazi, 50 years after 1991 to 2026, that is how many years now? 25 years. Or it will be 25 years in December. How are we faring as a citizen? Like I said in my introduction less than an hour ago, I said that if you relocated to Abuja yesterday from Port Harcourt or from Jos, you are a stakeholder. Yeah. If you have been here for 16 years, 20 years, you are equally a stakeholder. If you don't have, if you've bought a plot of land and built something somewhere in Kabusa, or you're a stakeholder, and if you're just renting an apartment or a thatched apartment built with plywood somewhere in the Dakibu, you are still a stakeholder. As long as you live, reside, you do business here, everybody's involved. 50 years after, how are we doing? And it is going to be how are we, not how is Abuja doing. Because again, that is why I've been emphasizing that we all are stakeholders. And so for you to criticize anything, first you need to have ownership mentality. Looking at where we are at the moment, where we are coming from, can we say that the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, has lived up to the expectations? I mean, I wanted to play that video longer, but time would not permit. There are a lot of things that IBB at the time re-echoed the sentiments of General Muritala Mohammed, who made a decree in 1976 as to what Abuja would look like, what it would stand for. Spoke about unity. Are we united in Abuja? He spoke about a man for all Nigerians. Is it a land for all Nigerians? Is it a land for all Nigerians? Look at Dakibu, for example. Dakibu is a very interesting place. 5 minutes drive into the heart of Utako. Property sale for like 750 million naira.
Some a billion.
some a billion
Over a
naira.
billion, 2 billion.
And some people buy several properties in Otako and are not staying there. It's a security man that stays there. And then you go into Darky View and then you see clustered. You know, it's an interesting sight to see. All the things that General Muritala Mohammed later re-echoed 25 years after by General Ibrahim Badamos Babangida said about Abuja and the Federal Capital Territory. Where are we at the moment? Do you think that Abuja is looking like what it ought to? We have master plans and everything. Are we doing okay as a Federal Capital Territory?
Thank you, Gabriel, and good morning, Abuja. Number one, I must have to say that what I'm saying is my own opinion, and I'm not here to please anybody. Everybody is also entitled to his or her own opinion about what you feel about FCT.
Yeah.
Number one, you know, I want to say a big thank you to somebody like Murtala Mohammed, right?
Yeah.
Who is late now, for having this kind of vision. But the question is, before you have this vision, where you say FCT Abuja is going to be a land for everybody, you must also make sure that you've put a few things in place so that every Nigerian will feel belong. Every Nigerian will feel like he is a Nigerian. Nobody in Nigeria should feel like, am I here? Am I being treated like a slave?
Right.
Do you understand me? Because you can say a few things now and looks like you say, oh, we are united, we are blah, blah, blah. Go to a place like Plateau today and ask those people who are also being killed there, what do you feel about this nation?
All
you
right.
understand me? You go to a place like Benue, where some farmers who can no longer go to their farm and they've been crying and shouting for years, and it looks like the government in Abuja, which is the central government, is not doing much to also protect them. So if you approach people like that and say, this is my vision, the person is going to have that doubt, like, are you moving it because you feel like it shouldn't be in the south? Nigeria is divided. Do you understand me? If you don't get the foundation right, every other thing is going to fall apart. Some people from some southerners might feel like you just want to move the capital from south and take it to north, because whether you like it or not, Abuja is the northern is a part of the northern. Abuja is the part of the northern region of Nigeria.
Right.
So now, if we don't have that, unity as unity should be,
Okay.
it is going to be a little bit difficult for you to truly say that, oh, it's a place for everybody. That is number one. Number two, now we are moving the capital from Lagos to Abuja. There are people who you already know what the original indigenes of this place, how they feel, when it comes to anytime we discuss about FCT and so on. They also feel cheated. They also feel that they are not so well being considered. They are not being taken care of. They feel denied, their right for so many things. Take, for instance, we don't have a governor in FCT today, right? But I do not think that anything should, warrant that, even though that is where our constitution is now, that you have a minister to take care of FCT. I also think personally that something is wrong. For the fact that you're moving the capital here doesn't mean that the indigenes should be denied, and other people who are also here should be denied the opportunity to say this is who will lead us. Because in Abuja today, it's almost like the president is the governor and he appoints a minister who works in his place. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So somehow they feel like, no, it's wrong. Look at the senator. How many senators do we have for FCT? It's one, right?
I think so.
It's one. And then when it comes to House of Rep, I think it's either two. In so many areas,
but those are not appointive offices.
They are not. But is there anything wrong if most states they have at least three senatorial zones? What's wrong with FCT having that as well? You understand what I'm saying? I just feel like in Washington today, maybe we are borrowing from America today. Is there a governor in that particular place where the president of the America, the place where he resides in, they still have a governor? Or Washington doesn't have a governor?
I think they do.
They do. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is just the way I feel. Because
what difference would that make, man?
Yeah, it will. Because there are people who are from here. You can't deny that. The same way where I come from, in Umuyi, in Akabo, somewhere in Ikeduru, in Imo State. If you count my great-grandfathers, even to the 5th to 6th generation, that has been our place. There can only be a few changes. There was a time I went to a particular farm with my grandmom then, and she told me that this is where we moved from. But it's still it's not even up to a kilometer or two. It's not even up to a kilometer. Just from a particular place, we used to farm where we are living now. We stayed at a particular place, but at a point, they relocated for whatever reason to where we are staying now. Now, that former place is now farmland. In fact, when you get there, you still see old mud houses. The thing is still there. So what I'm saying is that, but that, for the fact that you're moving the capital to this place and you're now making it look like it's a land for everybody. Do you understand me? So are you not saying that the people who were here thousands of years ago, that, they don't have rights for some things? I need to say this because I saw the beautiful things that General Babangida said. I think he was also trying to re-echo what late General Murtala Mohammed also said. But for me, most times when these people speak, they don't really mean it where, let me just say, where it's going to be accepted by everybody. You go to Rwanda today, remember the issue that they had before, where they lost a lot of lives, right? But if you go to Rwanda today, it's a different case. In fact, I've always repeated this story. A friend of mine went there to just enjoy her birthday. The driver that was taking her around the city, she now asked the guy, "Are you a Tutsi or Hutu, right?" And the guy said, "It's an abomination to say that. I'm in Rwanda. Here we don't do tribe."
Of course, they've learned the lessons.
Here we don't do tribe. I'm in Rwanda. And in fact, he was even telling that my friend that don't even go to any other place and repeat this. Can we have leaders? It's not about moving capital from Lagos and you're bringing it to Abuja. We are now going to be. No. Can we have leaders who will engrave that in our hearts? Where I'm not going to see Gabriel and say, you are from where? I will give you one example. Somebody who is a Nupe person knows the business I do and now recommended me to another person who works in the villa then. Goodluck Jonathan was the president then, to go do business. I will mention the tribe of the man because some people can really get a bit at this thing and when I got to the place, the first thing this man asked after I greeted him good morning was that, "Are you so and so tribe?" And I am somebody who just doesn't even want to be identified by tribe. The fact that you hear Destiny Anthony is deliberate. That I removed. I don't know. I don't want you to like me by my tribe. I don't need it. I'm a human being first. And when I now said, just to respect him because he's an elderly person, and I say yes, the man just started saying so many negative things. See, I'm a businessman. I should like money. But Gabriel, my respect first before money. I picked my stuff, left, entered my car, and left the place. He was calling me. I didn't answer him. I don't care. He works in the villa close to the president. I left. There's no law that says I must say to you, if you don't respect me, I'm not going to. My organ went to a particular person who was a minister in this place. He's a well-known figure. I can mention the name for you offline. And the guy got to the place. This guy told my boss they should not sit somewhere. My boss just said something that he's happy that he didn't send Destiny to this place to do this. I will pick my stuff and leave. Don't like me because I'm an Igbo man, I'm Hausa, I'm Yoruba. If I'm a bad person, treat me like a bad person. If I'm a good person, respect me.
But are you, Mazi, from all you're saying, you're talking about unity, national cohesion, not just as a figment of our imagination, but a practical reality in our day-to-day activities.
Yes, sir.
But what does that have to do with the Federal Capital Territory?
If you don't sort these things that I'm mentioning, are we on break?
Go on, please.
If you don't settle some of these issues I'm bringing up, the purpose of bringing the capital to where it is today, which is Abuja, is defeated.
All right. Okay, we'll take more contributions from Mazi and also get to hear from you as far as the indigenes are concerned. You cannot talk about Abuja at 50, Abuja at 60. I don't talk about the indigenous people that made way for what we now see and celebrate today to happen. And yes, I mean, I'm personally, I'm not an indigene. You cannot tell someone who is aggrieved how he should behave when he's aggrieved. So maybe I'll open up the phone lines. If you're an indigene, the Gwari, Gbayi, whatever, just let us know what the agitations are. They've been comments back and forth. But in the spirit of Abuja at 50, I think it would be a good time to re-echo some of these comments, some of these concerns from persons who are indigenes. Now, that's only one side of the conversation. We'll look at other sides. Look at the Human Development Index right here in the Federal Capital Territory. At some interesting stats and data figures I'd like to read out to you. So just stick around. We'll continue the conversation after this commercial break.
Enhance your business operations with the HP Color LaserJet Pro MFP 4303 FDN printer. You can print, copy, and scan up to 35 pages per minute with high-quality mobile scans or customizable shortcuts and the HP Smart app that delivers effortless use from wherever you work so you can focus on growing your business. Take advantage of its Wi-Fi direct printing and intuitive touchscreen, which are both designed to simplify your day. With the HP Color LaserJet Pro MFP 4303 FDN printer, experience fast and easy setup and improved overall printing efficiency with a 50,000 page duty cycle. Built to keep you and your business secure and moving forward with embedded security that is pre-configured out of the box to detect and stop attacks. The HP Color LaserJet Pro MFP 4303 FDN printer is available at all DreamWorks stores. Call 0808-553-8331 or visit www.dreamworksdirect.com for more information.
This Ramadan, emotions ignite. Can rival sisters overcome pride? Will a defiant daughter find forgiveness? Can a bride's faith save her husband? A businessman rediscovers family. An influencer chooses between friends and fame. A single mom discovers even strength needs support.
6 stories, 30 days. Faith, family, friendship, food, forgiveness. Tales of Ramadan Season 2. Catch every dramatic moment on TV and digital. This Ramadan, Maggie turns up the heat.
Me and Maggie, so good together. It is our annual awards night, and as your landlord, I've got gifts. The overall best in paying rent on time goes to Martins Kolawole. Next award, quietest generator of the year, and the winner is Martins Kolawole. Let me just say it, best tenant of the year is Martins Kolawole.
Oga landlord, is it only Martins that is in this compound?
My brother, Martins is the only tenant with Leadway Householder Insurance, and when your property is insured, even your landlord must clap for you. Okay, wait. There's one more award. Best landlord award goes to me because my property is covered with the Leadway Householder Insurance too.
Protect your home from fire, theft, and more with Leadway Householder Insurance Plan. Leadway Householder Insurance comes in different plans for tenants, landlords, and homeowners. Visit householder.leadway.com to get started now. Leadway Assurance, ensuring happiness since 1970.
Win from over 80 million naira in cash and exciting prizes in the Golden Hunt promo.
This promo, there's no need for advert anymore. Because my mom alone can hunt down any gist. How much more 80 million naira in prizes with the whole family involved?
Naija, let the Golden Hunt begin. Just buy any Golden Morn Golden Hunt 30 gram or 45 gram promo pack. Look inside for a unique code and dial *8011 *1# for a chance to win big. Promo ends April 15, 2026. Golden Morn. Make every day golden.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
95.1 Nigeria Info, and we're looking at Abuja at 50. Part suspended till May, where it coincide with the president's years in office. You let me know what you think about that. All right, someone here says, okay, Banky, thank you so much for the correction. Thank you. I wasn't sure about the detail. Thank you for pointing that out.
There is the governor, right?
Yeah. All right, so let's look at states that were created alongside Abuja in 76. They call them class of 76. Bauchi State carved from northeastern state. Benue carved from Benue Plateau State. Borno State carved from northeastern state. Imo carved from east central state. Niger carved from northwestern state. And Ogun State carved from western state alongside Ondo State. Those are the 7 states that were created in 1976. Now, let's look at some of the interesting facts about Abuja at the moment. So, according to reports, it is said that Abuja has approximately 4.4 million Nigerian citizens living inside of it at the moment. Now, to be very fair, I am also very skeptical because I look at Abuja sometimes and look at the number of cars on the roads, Lugbe Highway, Kuwa Highway,
Express,
and you're wondering how.
Too.
When I was doing my research and I came about this figure, I was wondering, are we really 4 million? Some churches can gather about 50,000 people in one sitting. Yeah. Are we really 4 million? But
are you saying we are under, or we should be more than that?
My bet is that we are more than 4 million.
Yeah, so of course.
That's my bet. Yeah. Because and that's the problem with lack of official data. Even though the president is talking about census anytime from now, but the fact is that these figures are estimates, so they are largely debatable. So that's why I'm also mentioning. But according,
there is no way Abuja can be 4 million with the insecurity that we have around Niger, all these other surrounding states. The place that people feel should be a safe place for them to stay, do business, and live is FCT. And you have a lot of people coming into Abuja. In fact, in most places, there was a place I went to in Kubwa, around the BRG area. Yeah. It used to be very bushy. Gabriel, I saw how the last time I went there just to do a walkout, I saw houses everywhere. I mean, it was like a magic. How did these houses grow in this place, like where you plant corn, maize in the farm?
I'm telling you,
and more. The place is still expanding, so we can't.
Many settlements are springing up in Abuja. A lot of people, due to the level of insecurity in neighboring states. Look at Niger, Kwara.
Kwara.
Look at Plateau State. Look at Kaduna State.
Yeah.
Over the years, a lot of people have migrated in quotes, seeking refuge in Abuja. But according to reports here, metro area, 4,392,360 residents. I want to believe this is due to official data collected, because there's some people that may be living in the city and there is no official data to show that they're living in that city. And the government does this with some of the data collection, right? When you update things like NIN, you update things like your BVN, you change your address. Yeah. These are some of the things that the government used to update data most times. Then you look at growth rate, 4.33% annual increase. This means the city adds roughly about 182,000 new residents every year. Now, I still think this is highly underestimated.
Exactly.
I believe it is more than this, but let's work with that. So, according to reports, the city was originally designed for maximum capacity of 3 million people. We have exceeded, which we have already, exceeded.
And we are still growing.
We are going strong, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, but here's where some of this data begins to become interesting, right? You now look at, certain indices, affordability gap. So the market data for 2026 suggests that Abuja is becoming an exclusive enclave for the wealthy. And I genuinely believe from the bottom of my heart that those at the helm of affairs, as far as the FCT is concerned, are listening. And if I know for a fact they're listening due to recent development.
Yeah,
I know they're listening. And if they're listening, I hope that they will take all of this with the severity that it demands. This is not, some criticism, or this is just raw data and statistics, right? The survey shows that Abuja is becoming an exclusive enclave for the wealthy while pushing the workforce to the fringes. So flats, median prices flat, 120 million to 130 million. Median prices for houses, 330 million to 350 million. That's the average price. And then you look at property value rising by 10 to 18% annually. While you also look at current inflation rates projected at 22% for 2026. Now, all of these things, we're going to break it down. What I'm trying to do here is to show you exactly where we are as the Federal Capital Territory. You also look at some of the other, data, like I mentioned, unemployment versus underemployment. Now, statistically, unemployment rate is low. Talking about the FCT, because of the new NBS methodology, now factoring in informal jobs as employment. So it is not just formal jobs that are now employment. Informal jobs, you're a content creator, the government says you are employed. You sell wigs online, the government says you are employed. You do makeup, nail tech, you're a plumber, the government says you are employed. So all of that now pushing employment rate statistically low. So Abuja is sitting at 92.7% in terms of employment rate. That's what it means. Also, you look at things like literacy index. Abuja is quite high at 62.9% in terms of literacy index, meaning Abuja either churns out high quality literate people or attracts literate people. I think it's more of the latter than the former, where a lot of persons' headquarters are moving to the nation's capital, so a lot of technocrats are coming into Abuja. But then you look at this, where according to reports here, with current petrol price, commuters moving from Suleja, these fringe areas I talked about, Suleja, Kuje, Gwagwalada, Lambata, Kwali, Masakado, moving Buari and beyond, moving from there to city center where most of the businesses happen. And then you look at that massive transportation costs, also tighter tax net due to the federal government's drive. All of these things are pushing the nucleus of the Federal Capital Territory into more poverty. While the city center, talk about the likes of Maitama, Wuse, you add Gwarimpa to the mix, you add maybe Gariki also. These are people they call old money, right? And then the new cats, if you can call them that, it looks like the likes of Guzape, Katampe, Jai, Gilman, and the rest of it. Those are the new cats. You look at all these places and you see a massive inequality. Massive inequality in share of wealth. There is a cluster of wealth in a particular place, while the people that actually make the city move, the civil servants, the small business owners, are living in fringes. So this is where the problem is, looking at data and statistics. And I really wonder, Mazi, how do we resolve this issue? Do you even agree with this? I had to do a lot of research yesterday to ensure that I get all of this data out. But do you agree with this? What can we begin to do to rectify this problem? 50 years after, this is where we are.
Gabriel, the reason why I said what I said before, you can find where they will tell you, oh, this place is for everybody. But in the real sense, it's not really for everybody. How many drivers live in FCT? How many house help, cleaners, people who do those smaller jobs, how many of them live here? Do you have the big boss? They stay in Maitama, they stay in Asokoro, go to Guzape, In fact, now if you check Pape, it looks like the rich. You have a lot of low-income earners in Pape, but it looks like the way I'm seeing, because I've had a few things where they will soon make maybe Pape another extension of Maitama. Now, a lot of the poor or those who might not really be up there, who are managing their lives in that place, they might be pushed out of that particular place again when the rich will still go take over there. I do not know why that you have a boss, a DG of a place, a CEO of somebody, a manager of a particular establishment. You are living in Maitama, fine and good. But what most of these people do is this. Is there anything wrong in you? Let's just say you have your 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom, whatever. Maybe you have a BQ of 3 rooms behind, where at least you can give your driver one. The house help stays somewhere, and whoever else, maybe the dry cleaner also stays in another one. So they are close to where they are serving you as well or working for you. But what you do now is that what most of them do is that the same apartment, those spaces that you're supposed to have for your domestic staff, you rent it out. Maybe to bankers, to other people. Now, the same driver, the cleaner, and so on, you are now sending them to Maraba. I've lived in Suleja. After Suleja, you have where they call Kaduna Road. Heading as if you're not living Niger State.
You're in Kaduna State.
Now, do you know how much they pay to now come to town? Because number one, it's not like they like that place, but that's where they can find the cheapest of accommodation. And it's somewhere to put your family.
Yeah.
And then from there, you now come to work. So at the end of the day, even though they are working for somebody who is still underpaying them, we need to consider that as well. The little that they have, they are spending it on transportation. That's why I said when these leaders say this thing is for land for everybody, the motive is the most important thing.
Mazi, if you have a duplex or a mansion, and you have domestic staff, would you let them stay with you?
See, I am
in the BQ.
I am this kind of person that if I don't like you, I don't trust you, you won't stay around me. If I trust you enough, and normally I would like to employ anybody who works for me based on recommendation. Gabriel say, oh, this sister can do this. For the fact that Gabriel can attest, 50% of the trust issue is gone. Then while I now work with you, you are now going to buy the rest by the way you work. So I'm not expecting anybody to just pick a house help, pick a homeschool teacher, pick anybody from anywhere. We have EV people around. Yes, we know.
Yeah.
But if there are also establishments that their job is to help people get house help, get cleaners, get this. You already have people who can guarantee them and say, I know this person. If anything happens, call me. So there's nothing wrong in you giving them that space. If it's weekend, like Saturdays, they can go, and then come back and save some money.
I think personally, my opinion here, I think that doesn't solve the issue. I think we're looking at him that will be, to a large extent, but it leaves it at the discretion of the boss. Do not forget, many people are extremely wicked. Many house helps, domestic staff.
I've seen some who kill their boss.
Are extremely wicked.
We know.
So,
but Gabe, let me tell you.
So I am looking at an institutional solution here.
So no,
we're looking at labor laws.
Sorry,
yes, Mazi.
You know why I said this? Government will come out and tell you we are building 5,000 low-cost houses for those houses for those who are for drivers and so on. Have you tried to price any of those houses?
Are they really low?
Even a businessman like me will find it difficult to afford it. Now you're a driver that you're paying 80,000, 100K. How is he going to afford that?
The biggest issue with that, Mazi, is actually the racketeering behind it.
Let me tell you this. You see, one of the reasons why I find politics one area I may not succeed, even if I get into it, is this. The level of hypocrisy and the way you look at people and you lie to them when you know that you won't do something. I can't take it. I'm an atheist today. I just do anything. Once my conscience is clear, I go ahead. I have no God that I say I want to fear, If I know that if I put something bad in Gabriel's food, it's going to kill him, I won't do it, because I know I won't be happy if you do the same to me. That's how I live my life. You cannot create a city like this. You have a lot of government offices. You have custom is here. Air Force is here. These are the military. Now some Ministry of Housing is here. Finance. Everything is here. There are people who will drive those buses
Yeah.
You do not expect when Okonji Iweala was finance minister to drive herself from her house in Maitama Asukuru to the finance here. Somebody would drive her. The security that would take him from there may not be as rich as she has worked with World Bank. She's comfortable. She can afford to stay anywhere. But those who will be there to help her live her life and do her job, she ought to have a typist or maybe somebody who writes for her, a secretary or so. They might not earn as much as she's earning. Are you not supposed to? Yes, we have Maitama here, where the big bosses are. But just few kilometers away from Maitama, you have another city.
Yeah.
Where it could be like, let's just say, high-rise building of two flats, one flat each. And you have these people there, where they are paying according to what they are earning. You don't run any nation successfully where you say every individual in that place must afford everything. You know why it's risky? You are going to encourage crime. You are going to encourage corruption. You must be able to allow the rich pay for their houses in Maitama and Asokoro and Busape too. But the other low-income earners, you can subsidize for them. How easy it is for a driver to go to Federal Mortgage Bank and get a housing loan is practically impossible. Many of them, they will deduct from your salary for 15 years. Yet, you've out of that deduction for 15 years or 20 years, you've not even been able to raise for 10% of the house you want to acquire. So you are now pushing. So it must be deliberate.
And we're not talking about luxury houses here, just basic homes.
Just basic homes. I saw a documentary somewhere, I think it's in China, where they have this, that house should be like 20-something story building up. Just self-contained, one bedroom, two bedroom. And you know what they did?
Studio apartments.
You have a rail station in that particular city. So as a driver, I can actually be coming to work from Kaduna. I can be coming from Lokoja, Kogi State. I can be coming from Benue. Early morning, I know that Gabriel, my boss, will want to leave his house by 7. 10 minutes to his office. I can leave my house 6 o'clock. The train takes me to the closest station there. I can walk to his house and I'm still not be late. Now the rail system is very, very cheap, very affordable. Where you self, even though you are low, a low income earner, you don't feel the pain. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So if government is not doing anything to make life easy for the low, everybody cannot be as rich as Aliko Dangote. But everybody cannot be as rich as the minister or the DG.
Mazi, are you sure it would be fair to just give all knocks and no credit commendation for 50 years? Well, people say that 50 years is a lot of time, but are we sure there's no some commendation somewhere we can give to respective ministers?
Remember that we are talking about how far have we gone, and he also brought the issue of the challenges. That's why I'm in this same place. Have I not praised some ministers? There are 2 ministers.
Which one do you praise?
Number 1 is Erufai, but I feel that Wike has worked better than him. Everybody knows me for that. But I also feel like the minister who served before Wike came in was actually a waste of time.
Bala Mohammed.
Yes.
Okay.
That is my opinion. I think that
why do you say so?
Bello is Bello, not Bala.
Okay,
The current Bauchi State. Bala was better than the former guy now. Bala was an FCT minister before he became governor now.
Yeah.
In Bauchi State. There is the guy who is serving as Bauchi State governor. I think that he was way, way, way better than the guy who served us under Buhari. So there are some of them that have raised people like Erufai, people like Nyesom Wike, they've done in terms of infrastructure. But you know that most times when this development comes, it comes with a cost. A place where they are used to rent a self-contained for around 200K, just because there is a good road in that place. I just heard that it's around 600K in that same environment.
What area is this?
I think I can't remember where the person mentioned for me. In fact, the person had to quietly pack out from there and move to Papi. Even Gishiri, you know the Gishiri area,
across Nikon.
Yes, close to Nikon Junction. As soon as they did that road, the cost of housing in that place too has also gone up. You are not going to blame the landlord in one hand, because that is the advantage for me that development brought to him. So you are not going to tell him not to take advantage of that as well, because if you were the owner of the building and suddenly the house that you used to collect 300, people are now offering 600, you are not going to say no, because you will not blame that person. If government had provided an alternative
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So there are a few positives. A few ministers, they've done well. There are some, they've wasted our time. But I'm not going to say, oh, it's all bad. The last time you visited Abuja is like, let's say, 6 years ago, and you come into Abuja now, you will find it difficult finding your way around the city.
Yeah.
We've had a lot, but we are just talking about the inequality in terms of where we have a lot of people who are comfortable. You go to Maitama, you still find houses at Sokoro, Guzape, and so on. But the other low income earners as well, who don't have that financial power to afford, living in the city, but they still have to comfort. So that's why I'm just trying to bring a balance. So it's not like we don't have some positives.
All right. Okay, let's get you into the conversation. Does infrastructural development, does it equate to growth and productivity in the city? Can we say that Abuja is a growing city in the right direction? Can we say that?
And sorry, Gab, please let me not forget. Just because of time, if you also check at the quality of healthcare system, the quality of let's just say primary education that we've been talking about, it hasn't really been up there, because Abuja is even supposed to be an example for other states to copy from.
Right.
But they haven't done so well. If you've used any government hospital, many of them in this FCTO, they are nothing to write home about. I don't know if you can take your child to the early primary school that we have today, where you don't even have a single computer.
But there are quite a number of government secondary schools here in Abuja that are very good.
No, there are some of them that are very good. But let me also tell you that the reason why you still have a lot of brilliant students from there is the quality of teachers that they have. Many of them don't have good labs. Many of them, they don't have computers. Their physics lab, their chemistry lab, there is nothing to write home. If you have a good teacher, education makes it easier for you to pass to a child. You understand? But imagine where you furnish those libraries and you don't have qualified teachers. What do you think will happen? So I think that's why I keep saying that we need to pay attention more to the teachers. You understand? I'm not saying don't do the right thing that you're supposed to do. Look at the I beg to differ that we have on Nigeria Info. Most of our students who are doing well, they come from government schools. But are those teachers well paid? But when a teacher is trained to, pass a particular knowledge, whether English language, mathematics, physics, or whatever, he will do that, even without anything. And of course, our doctors, they've been doing their best, even without a good pay package, without the necessary tools, but they still do their best. But what I'm saying is that FCT, we haven't really been up there in terms of standard of healthcare. Just visit any government hospital.
Indeed. Let's look at, since the Fourth Republic began, let's look at the FCT ministers since 1999. Ibrahim Bunu, 1999 to 2001. There was Mohammed Abba Ghana, 2001 to 2003. Nasir El-Rufai did 4 years. Some people call him the demolition architect. I mean, I ignore my words. Anyways, 2003 to 2007, Aliyu Modibo Umaru, 2007 to 2008. Adamu Alero, 2008 to 2010. That's the former Kebbi governor.
State,
Bala Mohammed, who were once neighbors, by the way. All right, Bala Mohammed. Now Bauchi governor. Anyway, he saw the controversial land swap model, 2010 to 2015. And then there was Mohammed Musa Bello, actually. Thank you, Mazi, for the correction. 2015 to 2023, the longest serving FCT minister, known for this quiet, persona, quiet approach, focusing on finishing abandoned projects rather than starting new ones. And of course, the man of the year, Mr. Nyesom Wike, who is the current FCT minister. I've said that
with a lot of drama.
I said that on a very light note, please, Mazi. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
We are just joking as well.
No.
But I've always liked Wike like Coach Moriho.
No, but I don't.
You understand? Moriho today, you remember when Moriho was there? You had other coaches like Ferguson, right?
Yeah.
The former Manchester guy.
Yeah.
There was this guy in Arsenal, they call Prof. The former
Arsene Wenger.
Arsene Wenger and so on. But you find out that there was a neat thing about Mourinho. Maybe that was why I liked Mourinho. Whether he was the best among all, I don't know. But you know, he had you always
You always knew that he was in the
being in
room.
the news.
Yeah. Okay, I get your point.
So not on the bad note.
Okay, all right. Thank you for that clarification. So he's the first Southerner to hold the post, known for infrastructural revolution and high-speed projects commissioning. That you can never take away from Mr. Nyesom Wike. But again, infrastructural development, does that equate to wealth creation? Does that equate to good living, good standard of living for the people? Now, interestingly, the life expectancy in the Federal Capital Territory is actually higher than the average across 36 states in Nigeria. I don't know how that became possible, but I've just got to give you the figures as it is. It is standing at 68 years. In Nigeria, life expectancy is standing at 58 to 62 years. In Abuja is 68, meaning that if you're living in Abuja, there's more likelihood of living longer. How that became a thing, I do not know. How recent this data is, I do not know. But it is what I was able to gather for you. Please, you are free to dispute these figures. I mean, I think that's the point of data and survey anyway. When it is given, you look at it, you do your own survey, and we have more robust, survey out there. But that is what it is. All that wants to be shared also. But when we come back, it will be straight to the phone lines. We get to hear from you, your thoughts on Abuja at 50 and all of the things that we have discussed so far. So stay tuned. We're back in a bit.
Tana PLC is proud to open our 21.52 billion naira rights issue, offering 978 million ordinary shares at 22 naira each. This capital raise is designed to strengthen our infrastructure and drive innovation across the energy sector. If you were a shareholder as of November 27, 2025, you are eligible to subscribe for 3 new shares for every 4 you own. The offer runs from January 12th through February 18th, 2026.